The story of Genghis Khan is not just a chronicle of war, but a saga of an outcast who rose from the brink of starvation to forge the largest contiguous land empire in human history. Born around 1162 and named Temujin, his early life was defined by the brutal, unforgiving reality of the Mongolian steppes, a landscape where the wind cuts like a knife and survival is a daily battle. Legend says he was born clutching a blood clot in his right hand, a shamanic omen that he was destined to be a conqueror. But his path to power was paved with tragedy. When Temujin was only 9, his father, Yasujai, was poisoned by the Tatars. In an instant, the family's status vanished. Their own clan, the Temujin, abandoned them, stealing their livestock and leaving Temujin, his mother Holan, and his siblings to die in the wilderness. They survived by foraging for roots and hunting small rodents. It was during this period of extreme deprivation that Temujin's ruthless survival instinct was forged. When his older half-brother, Bektar, began asserting dominance and stealing food, Temujin and his brother Khazar ambushed and killed him. This was a turning point. Temujin had proven that in his world, survival and order were more important than even the closest blood ties. The forge of loyalty. As he grew into a young man, Temujin realized that the greatest enemy of the Mongol people was not external. It was their own internal chaos. The steppes were a cycle of endless kidnapping, horse raiding, and blood feuds. Temujin sought to break this cycle. He began to build a power base not through traditional tribal politics, but through a revolutionary concept, meritocracy. In a world where your rank was determined by your father's name, Temujin promoted men based on their skill, their bravery, and their absolute loyalty. He famously recruited Jib, an enemy archer who had nearly killed him in battle, and turned him into one of his most feared generals. He also formed an Anda, or blood brother bond, with Jamukha, a childhood friend. However, their visions differed. Jamukha believed in the old ways of the aristocracy, while Temujin believed in a new, unified Mongol identity. Their friendship turned into a bitter, decade-long civil war. By 1206, after defeating Jamukha and every other rival chieftain, Temujin had done the impossible. He united the fractured Mongol tribes into a single, cohesive nation. At a grand assembly known as the Kurultai, he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. Watch full video, link in bio.